Yo, God, scare me like that. What's up, everybody? It's me, Rage Cage 20, rocking some of the craziest fucking hair I have in a while. So don't look at it, alright? It's my day off. I haven't done anything. How's it going, everyone? So I just want to say right out the gate, I have a very important announcement. So if you just want to get to that shit, look at the fucking timestamps and shit and the bar below you. It's all chopped up into sections. Just go to that if you want to just figure out what that is. But if you're here for the whole venture, well, hello, 800 subscribers. How y'all doing? As I say every motherfucking year. I know that's tiny. That's like, you know, like that's little. But for me, that's like, you know what I mean? Just in the video right there. Y'all get it. Like, y'all understand. I really appreciate it, everybody. Like, to think that possibly a year from now, which crazy how that works, but, you know. This time next year, we'll probably finally hit 1,000 subscribers. That is insane. Especially how some channels just appear out of nowhere and just climb exponentially. But as I mentioned many times, I don't care about that. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm about. I'm here for you guys. For you select few. For you privileged few who get to witness me. I'm here to make your day better. I'm here to put some smiles on some faces. Put some enjoyment in your heart. Just for a few minutes. Every now and then. That's what I'm here for, and I think I've been somewhat successful so far. So hey, I'm gonna keep doing me. When we get to 1,000, that's a dream moment for me, y'all. That's a dream moment for me. It's gonna be crazy. But let's pump the brakes. We 800. So usually in these, I usually just go through a few things. You know, just talk about maybe stuff I got planned for the future, which I got something big coming. Y'all gonna want to check that shit out. So make sure if you're feeling like fuck this, I'm gonna close the video. Go check that part first. Go be crazy. Also, you know, stay at the channel, everything that's going on, and also thanking you guys for being awesome and whatnot. So, let's start at where we're at now. So, I'm moderately happy with the state of everything now. The choice to just upload whatever I want has been a good one. Has really freed me up to do kind of what I want. It's given me more enjoyment and whatnot instead of restricting myself. No one else was doing it. It was just me restricting myself just to stick to 2 CDs. Now, admittedly, I would like to upload more from those 2 CDs, which I'm trying to fix today. But I kind of went off on a tangent of just, you know, perusing a song or two from bands that I would like to do a CD of eventually. I had a long list that I wanted to listen to of that. And now we're kind of I'm ringing it back into going back to what I was intending to do with this. But I did have fun going listen to a bunch of different bands and whatnot. So thank you for letting me have some fun. I appreciate it. But it also gives me an opportunity to ring in fans of different bands and whatnot and give them a chance to check out my other stuff. As well as get a glimpse of, oh yeah, people would really enjoy this. Like Marilyn Manson, I did not think that people would really, you know, be like, be in on. But that one got quite a lot of views pretty instantaneously. Not a lot of comments and whatnot. But quite a bit of views, so I didn't see that one coming. Honestly, did not see that one coming, so that's kind of cool. So, you know, there's positives to it. But I definitely have been, I'll admit it, you know, I'm human. Everyone makes mistakes. Definitely neglected the 2 albums that I was supposed to be doing. And it kind of pushed, like, certain bands that I wanted to get back to more frequently, like Evanescence and Rhythm Temptation and stuff like that. Kind of pushed those away a little bit. So, you know, I'm getting back on it. I'm getting back on track and whatnot. Besides that, I'm starting to to upload video games and other stuff a little bit more frequently. It could be more frequently. Those aren't words. But I'm starting to get there. I just have a little bit of a problem with video games because I have to check. Well, I don't know if it's more work. I feel like it's more work because I have to check to make sure everything is good and, you know, go through it and whatnot. And so it takes longer to upload and edit and all that stuff. But I got to get over that shit. So I should be. The plan be able to upload video games and reactions alongside each other. So there's more like 2 uploads a day. But I'm a very busy human being. I'm actually about to start actually working 2 jobs again. So I might only have like 1 day off a week. So I'm a busy human being, so I'm doing my best. just note that. In theory, that's what I would like to have happen, to upload video game and reaction video. Like 1 of each a day. That would be the dream. But some days I'm just not feeling like recording, or I maybe get 2 videos recorded and whatnot, and it's like, okay, I just feel like kind of relaxing. You know, so I'm doing my best. So that's the current state of things. Things are going well. I'm going to continue to try to make them go even weller, because we said fuck grammar and English today. We're throwing it out the window, so I'm just going to lean into it. And I make my own rules, bitch. And yeah, we're just gonna try to lean into that more and make it better and continue. Which there will be some upgrades to that, but we'll get to that when I talk about the big news, which I think I'm about to talk about now, because I can't mention anything else besides thanking you guys, which is gonna be on the outro. So yeah, that's what's up with that. That's what's up with the current state. I'm happy with the current state, and I'm gonna try and make it even better. Boom. There you go. Which I have not always been able to say. I'm not always happy with the current state, but at this moment, I definitely am. So yeah, I mean, I have so much stuff saved up that I need to get on top of. And I've said this before, and I know I probably won't do it. It's like New Year's resolutions, you know. You sit down like, okay, this time seriously, I'm gonna stick to it, and then you don't. It's kind of like that. But like, I do have so many other games and stuff that you guys have not seen that I'm sure wouldn't get a lot of views. But then again, World of Warcraft has been just racking up views recently. So like, that's a shock, because usually it gets 1 or 2 views for the first like 2 or 3 weeks. Last one I put up got like 20 to 30 in like 2 or 3 days. It's like, holy shit. So maybe I'll start getting video games out more often. But I got tons of, as I think I mentioned before, I have all Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2 done. I got like half of Final Fantasy 3, which I haven't touched in a long time. I also haven't gotten back to League of Legends game that I want to do. It's like I didn't abandon it because it wasn't getting views or anything. I just kind of stopped doing video games for a while, and I just haven't picked it back up. I got a huge chunk of Archvale, the game I did a one-shot of, and I loved it so much that I played the absolute fuck out of it, and I got almost all that game done. I recorded on the hardest difficulty. There's just so much I have. Like, I know you probably, if you've been paying attention to World of Warcraft, I have tons of Season 3 recorded. I have every single season I plan on doing. I have a bunch of videos for all of them. So, like, I have a lot of shit saved up that I really should get to and have it come out alongside of reaction videos. Now, I know a lot of other channels will split their stuff up, and they're like, oh, well, we have a gaming channel with just games, and then you have a reaction channel with just reactions. I don't want to do that. It's hard enough to get subscribers on one fucking channel for me right now. So, like, why would I split that? That just doesn't make any sense to me. But, you know. So, yeah. My New Year's 100 subscriber resolution is to try to get more video games and reactions alongside each other. Let's count how long that lasts, but we'll see what happens. I'm a busy man. But actually, I'm just kind of like, I do have time. Sometimes I'm just being lazy, so I just need to sit down and be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it. Just get it all set up. So we'll see how we do that. But now moving on to the big motherfucking news. Pew, 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 pew. That was an air horn. So I have a new series. I know, another one. How the fuck, okay, I can't balance one. How the fuck I'm gonna do? If I can't balance that in video games, how am I gonna do another? It's whatever. It's gonna happen when it happens. Um, that I'm really passionate about. I'm really excited to get to, and that is some D&D shit. Now, not actually playing D&D with a group like you would maybe see, and not like tips and advice like you may see in other D&D channels. I want to tell a tale. I was inspired to do this a long time ago, when we first had wrapped up the campaign. I was in about it was about a year and a half to 2 year campaign of Storm King's Thunder. I got it right here. Hey. That I was DMing. And we completed the entire 12 chapters. It's 12 chapters, right? 12 chapters. While I don't look this information up. Let's see. 12 chapters. It took about 2 years to fully go through, and there was tons of cast changes and character changes, and but at the end of it, I was just like so inspired by the story that we had created and the insanity that had ensued, that I wanted to like write it all out, and I started working on it. And I was like, I wanted the tale to be told. Now the tale has a specific name, but I'm gonna save that for when the first video comes out. The part 0 of it all comes out, which I'll get to here in a second. I was like, I wanted to tell this tale so bad. I was gonna write it out and whatnot, and then I kind of had I had a very severe falling out with this group. It was ugly. I won't go into detail about it ever. One, because it's not important. Two, because to be respectful to everyone involved, it doesn't need to be discussed ever. But it was bad. It was a really bad falling out. So I kind of pushed it to the side. I was like, whatever. But then I was thinking about it recently. It was just like, man, I could now do it in a video format, to where I could tell the tale of all of this. And a few things I think why this might be entertaining to some people. One, it was a crazy story. Not only is Storm King's Thunder a just great story in general, which you should check out if you ever get the chance. Or you could just watch my videos and learn the story yourself. But yeah, not only is it an amazing storyline with a good amount of twists and turns in there. Like, you think it's gone one way, and then all of a sudden when you discover what the actual story is, it's like, holy shit, it takes you by surprise. It's really, really fucking cool. But the cast I had, the crew that we went through with was unorthodox, to say the least. And so a lot of crazy situations happened, a lot of which I still remember. And it's funny, I was going through some of the notes because I had pages and pages of notes. I think it's like, because I like to type out all my notes, just to have a rough generalization of what could occur at certain locations, or kind of what I expect to happen, and then just obviously improv as things will inevitably change. But just have situations and encounters and all of that stuff prepared. I would type it out in notes and whatnot. I checked, it's somewhere between 80 to 90 pages, full on pages of notes for these 12 chapters. It is a lot, which I will scroll through in the part 0, which we'll talk about here again in a few seconds. What I thought would be interesting, as I was saying, sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. I went off a tangent. But when just flipping through, I was like, oh yeah, I remember they did this, and I remember this happened. Like, I remember a lot of it. There's probably a good chunk of it, maybe a good 10, 20, 25% that I might forget when going through it, but I remember so much of what happened, and every time it's just like, it makes me laugh. It's just like, it's good stuff. So So I thought it would be interesting to be able to tell this story, and to kind of have like not only just tell the story of Storm King's Thunder, which I'm about to list out all the things that this will do. So you'll be able to hear the story of Storm King's Thunder if you want. You'll be able to hear, how I changed it up, what I did to it, all the extra side quests and stuff that we added in, some of which were really really fucking cool. Some were all right, but most were really really cool. Be able to hear the story from a different group's perspective. Maybe you've already read the story, maybe you've already played through the story, but be like, oh, what did they do differently? What did this DM change up or whatnot? But also be able to talk about, kind of a little bit about a learning exercise, because I'm still a rookie when it comes to DMing. It was the first major campaign I ever ran, ever. So I'm still a rookie when it comes to DMing. So I could talk about the choices I made, like in the chapter, like what I kind of expected, how they defy that expectation, maybe what I did to circumvent it, or maybe lead in a certain direction, choices that I've made, mistakes that I made, and how we can learn from them and whatnot. So we can also get that like D&D learning experience in there as well. But it's what I think would be interesting about it is like, I'll talk about this again in part 0, but like, whenever you watch like a D&D thing online, whether it be Critical Role or I think Dan Hartman or whatever his name is. Is his name right? I don't know. He does it with like celebrities and stuff, or you have Chris Perkins that would do it with certain groups and whatnot. You never get to look behind the curtain and see what is the DM thinking is going to happen. Did he plan on this, or did he completely improv all of this? Like you watch Matt, and it's like, did he know that they were going to do this, or is he just flying by the seat of his pants here? Did he do? Maybe what way is he kind of railroading it? Which way is he letting them just go free? You don't get to see behind the curtains. You don't get to know what the DM's thinking, what the DM's doing, and whatnot. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you behind the curtain exactly what I thought, roughly, because this was years ago. And all that good stuff. And so in part 0 of this, my plan is to just kind of not explain the story, because I want the story to be a surprise to people who haven't heard the story before, but have a few spoilers and like stuff that the book says, like kind of advises you to do, and how I said, nah, fuck that. I want to do it this way instead, and things I would change about some of those decisions in the future, and the things that I changed up about the story. And I have a whole list of stuff that's going to be in it. Okay, it's all loaded shit. We're ready to go. I am so white now. So let's see. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that here in a second. Yeah, just kind of the house rules and how I kind of did my stuff, and the changes I made to the storyline, and how I would do it differently, how I would do less railroading in it, and all that stuff. So I think that'll be interesting. But to pull that off, I don't want it to just be like this. I don't want it just to be like this video. I want it to be. Sorry, my friend's playing a game I've never heard of. It's weird. I want it to be better. So I would want to up my production value, which I will also talk about in that one, because I'm going to make the part 0 before I actually start getting into all these changes and whatnot. So you can see the before and the after, but also, to set up the expectations of what's to come and whatnot and all that good stuff. But I wouldn't want it to look like this, or to be this quality. I want to get a bunch of new stuff. I want to get a new recording program, because mine's old. It works for my purposes, but if I was to upgrade this, then I would want to get a new one that can handle more sophisticated shit than what this does. So I want to get a new program for that, so I can put up like pictures of the maps of the locations, a picture of the chapter, picture of the enemies just being described in their stats and shit. Like I want to be able to put up shit up on here and study up on how to do editing and stuff like that. So I want to get it, more better. I also don't want this fucking light, this weird orange hued fucking cheap ass apartment fucking lighting. I want to get like some lights in the back, have some lighting going on, some better lighting and whatnot, as well as this lighting in front of me, so it's not so weird and orangish. Also, I want to get shit on the back walls. I've been looking up different posters and an oil painting, which I really want to get. It was really fucking cool. And just like video game related posters, like pictures and paintings and stuff, and just get that all up in the back here, so there's actually some color to this bitch, as well as some other lighting. Just pretty much make this bitch better and more attractive and appealing to watch, and also be able to have diagrams and pictures and stuff pop up on the screen as discussing it and whatnot. So there's a lot of upgrades I would like to make that will also obviously bleed into future reactions and stuff like that. So it's just a win-win for everything, really. So I really want to tell this tale. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be very enjoyable. You can actually catch a lot of this story, which I'm actually going to have to go watch one of my old playthroughs that I haven't watched any of these. I haven't watched any of these. My old classic, what was retail? World of Warcraft season 1, 2, and 3. I only need to watch season 3 because it only happened in season 3. But during season 3 was when a lot of this D&D stuff was happening, when I was playing my priest, leveling from 1 to 110, 120, whatever the fucking stupid ass ridiculous level cap it was. And I just, as it was occurring, I was talking about some stuff that was going down. So if you actually go and watch that, you can hear different stages of stuff that happened, and I'm gonna need to go back and watch through all of it and take down notes, because again, let's see, I think this what year is it? I think it's been 3 years, I believe, since I have had any communication with them. So I think it ended like 2018, 2019, and it was a 2-year-ish. So it started probably around 2016, 2017 when we started it. So it was like 5 years ago. I don't remember every single detail. My memory is pretty good. It's not that good because a lot of little stuff happens, and I'm okay with skipping over the little stuff. But I'll be able to go back and listen to a lot of that little information that I added, like when I was recording, maybe 1 to 7 days after it had occurred. So I'm going to go back through and listen to all that and just be jotting down notes of just like, oh yeah, this happened. Oh yeah, I remember that. And I was like, oh yeah, I already knew that one, but yeah, make sure that I get that in there, So it's going to be interesting because I talked about a lot of it in Retail World of Warcraft Season 3. So yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to go check back out and what have you. So that's the big plan for the future. I'm really excited to get into that. I might even record part 0 today. Just depends. Not 100% positive on when I want to do that. When I'll go look over everything again. And I don't think I'll upload it until I have all the stuff that I was talking about ready to go and whatnot, so I can actually get serious about it. But I will probably record it because it doesn't need to be recorded. The information is not pertinent to have any of the stuff talked about. So yeah, I also need to start listening to that and taking notes and stuff. So I'm excited for that. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know if it'll get a lot of attention or not. I don't honestly care if it'll get a lot of attention or not. But if you all my people listening, if you know anyone who might be interested, spread the word. But like, yo, I'll send you a link when this shit comes out, but that shit can be tight or something. I don't know. It might or might not. I don't fucking know. Either way, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. At least for me, it'll be not cathartic. That's not the right word. It'll be a great nostalgic trip down memory lane of some really, really good times that I really enjoyed, and it was a great story, and these people helped put together an amazing adventure and story that took place, and I think it should be told. Whether or not I talk to these people anymore, I mean, I don't, so there's no weather in there, but despite the fact, there we go, that I don't talk to these people anymore, and I think a lot of them do not like me. I still think that of course, as I'll say in the part 0, I will stay respectful, and none of that will be important. There will be no distaste in any of the events or actions or anything. It's just, I'm here to tell a story. We made an amazing story, and I think that it should be told to people. I think people should hear the story. So, yeah. That's what's going on for the future. That's the big future project reveal that I got going on, and I'm really hoping I can make it come to fruition. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I'm a very busy man. Where the fuck I'll find time to do this, I don't know. I'll make time. Because that's how I do, baby. That's how I fucking do. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. Really, really excited for that. So, yeah. I'm going to go look up some top level video editing software and whatnot, and maybe go try to look at what the pros, the people who have 5-10 plus million subscribers, see if I can find out what they use, and what have you. But if you have any suggestions of some really good software, I'll definitely take that into consideration and go check it out and cross-examine it to see if that's what a lot of some of the other people use and whatnot, so I know that it will have shit that I will need to be able to achieve this stuff. I just need to learn how to do it, which I'm not worried about. Like, getting a master's degree has definitely taught me that I can teach myself just about fucking anything. Like, if I spend the time on it, I can learn how to do anything. Like, also being a substitute teacher has taught me that there's often subjects that I was like, man, I haven't done that since I was a kid, and I'll teach myself it in the span of like 20-30 minutes and then teach it to people. Like, so what I've learned from my schooling is that I can learn anything. So, that leads us to the last thing here, and that's you guys. All you sexy motherfuckers out there, how y'all doing? I appreciate you guys. I really do. Even though I don't have a lot of subscribers, doesn't matter, because as we said in the last one, we have a nice little small community here, and that's all I could ever ask for. You know what I mean? That's all I've ever wanted. And I'm just glad that I could I might be able to put a smile on y'all's faces from time to time and share my limited, I mean, not bad, but definitely not good, not as good as it should be, knowledge of music and music theory, education, etc. And also listen to amazing new music at the same time. I'm glad I'm able to share that with you guys. I'm glad for those of you who enjoy watching me just ramble on while playing a fucking video game from time to time as well. I really appreciate that. So I really appreciate you guys being here. It grows exponentially all the time. And I just think it's really fucking cool that technology in the world has made it so people, I mean, it's good and bad. Obviously, there's always positives and negatives, and there's some things about the internet that's really fucking ugly, that maybe they'll lead to our downgrade in society and intelligence. But I don't think I don't think all of YouTube is responsible for that. I was about to say, I don't think YouTube, because YouTube's got a lot of doctors that can give doctor information, and you can look up how to do anything and YouTube will tell you. So I think there's a lot of really great things about YouTube. But then I see the stupid fucking shit that my roommate's daughter watches that just it's like when a parent watches cartoons nowadays, and it's just like, I feel like this is dangerous to my kid and making them dumber. You know what I mean? There's so many YouTubers that just make stupid, ridiculous shit and get paid fuckloads for it. That's just like, okay, maybe not all of YouTube. Maybe some of YouTube is assisting the lack of intelligence and just people just sitting there glued to a screen. But you can't have good without bad. You know what I mean? Yin and yang. It's just how it works. But I'm glad that YouTube, stuff like technology like this exists to where I can impact the lives of complete strangers that I've never met and possibly will never meet. Most likely will never meet all of you, except for maybe one or two. You never know what the future's gonna hold. And yet somehow still impact your life in a somewhat meaningful way, even if it's just for a moment. I think that's really cool, because that's what I like to do. I like to make people happy. I like to do what I can to maybe brighten someone's day, even if it's just for a little bit. So I'm glad that you all have given me the opportunity to brighten your day every now and then, or infuriate it occasionally. I'm sure that happens. You know, it is what it is. Again, you can't have good without the bad. You know, I've definitely pissed some people off. No, a lot, quite a handful of people off. But I'm glad that I can make your day better, and that makes me happy. And I do this because I enjoy it. As I said, I'm very busy, so I get to it when I can. And so, you know, it may not have the most amount of videos or the best quality, but I do what I can to try to make your days a little bit better, and it makes me happy. I enjoy doing it. I love playing World of Warcraft. And I probably wouldn't play it as much if I wasn't recording for YouTube. I'd probably play it more and not as much. It's a weird thing, but I also probably wouldn't get myself to listen to a bunch of different music and stuff if it wasn't for doing reactions and whatnot. So I enjoy doing it. I like doing it. It's fun to do. I don't much care for the editing process. I wish I had someone to do that for me, but I'm trying to get over it. So yeah, thank you very much, very much for joining me. I really hope you're excited for that D&D thing, because I am so excited. Like, when I started thinking about it, I just got a fucking rush of excitement again. And just it's something I really feel like would be a lot of fun, but I don't want to do it if it's just gonna be what this video is. You know what I mean? Just me sitting here talking to a screen. I want there to be shit. I want there to be shit on the screen. I want to find out how to do this stuff and whatnot. So I'm excited to do it, but I want it to be good at the same time. You know, it's a good story. It's got to be told in the highest of light. So thank you so very much for joining me and your continued support. Absolutely appreciate it. Let's get to 1K, y'all. Once we get to 1K, I can die on YouTube happily. That's not a condition for me to die in real life happily, but if my channel's to die on YouTube, I got to a K. I'm happy, y'all. So I just to hit that 1,000, that big old 1,000, that'd be really cool. So let's get there, dog. Let's get there. I don't care how long it takes. I'm not saying like, yo, hit that sub, let's get these up or anything like that. I hate that shit. I'm just saying, hey, no matter how long it takes, let's get there. Let's get to that 1,000, yo. That would be fun. That'd be enjoyable. One of these days, I know I said this, I think way back in the first video I ever made, because I've wanted to do this. This is a thing that I don't think YouTubers do anymore, but a YouTuber by the name of Vash. If you haven't checked out Vash, he's pretty fucking funny. I recommend you go check out Vash. I haven't watched his stuff in a long time. I assume it's still funny, but Vash is really cool. But he used to periodically do like ask me questions stuff, and you know, he would get a bunch of comments and emails and stuff, and he would answer these questions and whatnot. I've been wanting to do that since I've had like 10 subscribers. However, I don't think I'm going to get any questions and shit unless I have at least around 1 to 1.5 to 5K, you know, 1,000 to 5,000 subscribers. I don't think I'm really going to get any questions or whatnot or anything like that. So I want to do that someday. Like, that's a dream of mine. That's a YouTube dream of mine. So because I like to talk. If you can't tell, I love to talk. So let's make this dream happen one day. I'm not saying like let's get that number up. I'm just saying one day let's make this happen, yo. So keep giving me that support, keep giving me that love, and I will try to do the same to all of y'all. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the future.